What is up, my beautiful gemstones? It's your girl, Gemma Jade, and I am here with your weekly intuitive pick a card oracle reading for the week of January 24th through January 30th, 2022. And I'm super excited this week because a deck that I've been waiting for kind of a long time, the Pleidian Oracle, has finally arrived. And it just arrived a few hours ago with just enough time for me to cleanse it and sorry, I lost my train of thought because I'm so tired. For me to cleanse it and kind of connect with it. So I'm really excited to see some of the explanations and review the cards. It's going to be awesome. So what I do here is I call on angels, guardian angels, guardians, spirit, any otherworldly attachments you may have, like extraterrestrial, shapeshifter, starseed, fairy, you know, your animal guides, anything, any beings of love, light, and peace that want to come through and give you guys messages, okay? So what I do is I'm going to put down 3 cards, show them to you, and number them 1, 2, and 3. Pause the video if you need to, kind of focus on the cards, focus your intention, ask your question, okay? And then I will pick the card up, tell you what the book says it means, and tell you what I'm getting intuitively. If none of the cards resonate with you, I will pull a 4th card at the end for the procrastinators like me. Also, say you choose card number 1 and you feel like card 3 resonates more with you. These are general readings, guys, so go with what resonates, okay? Take what resonates and leave the rest. So here we go. So excited about these cards. All right, card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. And if you're new here, I'm sorry about the kind of primitive setup. I'm still working a lot of things out in my office, so bear with me. All right, so if you chose card number 1, you chose card number 2, the second card, light language. I feel like I've been doing this for so long, it shouldn't be so awkward. I don't know. All right, let's see. Light language is a built-in galactic transmission via sound that is embedded into all starseeds on your planet. This language that is truly beyond language is a sound transmission that vibrates cellular memory to remind one of their true cosmic origins. Like a bird separated from its home and never living in the wild, when freed, it will naturally recognize its species call despite growing up in a different environment. On this same token, so too does this awareness of light language never leave the star incarnate. Many starseeds have been activated on Earth to share these star tones, and they often come via unique methods. For some, it can be bursts of sounds not familiar within their earthly mind, and for others, it can come through in toning and song. Whatever it is, when one surrenders to their voice, it facilitates for the dialect of the star ancestors to come through, and not just activate oneself, but also other individuals on your planet. Activate this language of light right now by allowing all sounds and expressions beyond your earth language to come flowing through your vocals, so you may share these precious star codes with all of your earth family. You have drawn this card. For now is the time to speak, tone, and sing in full cosmic birth all your dreams, visions, and aspirations. When you speak out loud your wishes to creation, you allow for the sound codex to merge with the dream field and bring all your intentions to life. Share this vision, for the universe is listening. Additional meanings: voice activation, throat chakra, speaking your truth, manifestations, rapid awakening, and music release. So again, not all of us are starseeds. I am not a starseed, but for you starseeds, you might know what this means. These are general messages coming from spirit. So what I'm getting from this is, in fact, manifestation. Okay, definitely manifestation. Now, this week is the time. If you haven't already been doing it, start activating your manifestations. Put it out there into the universe. What is it that you want to achieve in life? And I always say, when you do your manifestation, always add and more at the end, because it limits yourself. Say you want to make $10 million, right? And you write your manifestation or say it out loud. I am so grateful that I just made $10 million. Okay, but you made the 10 million. So what next? So $10 million and more. That's just a general example. I know not everyone tries to manifest money, but You guys know what I'm saying. I also feel like with the throat chakra thing, you could have a blockage there, but I'm not really feeling, I don't think most of you do have a blockage. I feel like this is the time for you to really speak your truth, okay? We talk a lot about stepping into your power. We talk a lot about, you know, being your own person and setting up boundaries. I feel like this card is really saying for this week, at least, you definitely need to start speaking your truth, okay? If you don't agree with something, you are allowed to disagree. Okay. It doesn't mean that you're being argumentative or, you know, disruptive just because you don't agree with something someone says. Now is not the time to be a little wallflower. Now is not the time to be silent. This week, especially, you are going to be heard. Speak your truth, manifest your destiny. The universe has got your back. The universe wants to know what it is you want. Let it know. And think big, go big, right? Go big or go home. You know what they say, right? So if you chose this card, please be sure to actively, thoughtfully manifest the things that you want in your life. Okay. And if you're not already doing that and like you're not really sure how, just Google it. I know people hate when I say that, but Google does have a lot of really awesome stuff. So you can learn how by Googling it. Okay. Or speaking to someone like me or a friend who just ask around. A lot of people know about manifestation these days. And as far as, you know, being powerful in your voice, I feel like if you're in any kind of codependent, chaotic, toxic situation or relationship, doesn't have to be romantic, but I think for most of you, if you're dealing with this, it is going to be either a romantic or work situation. Speak your truth. Stand up for yourself. This is the week for you to start standing up for yourself. If you chose the second card, you got card number 10, the card of telepathy. Oh my gosh, these cards are so beautiful. In the epithalamus, near the center of the brain between your two brain hemispheres, rests an esoteric area known as the pineal gland or third eye chakra. So I just said epithalamus, and I hope I said that right. John Hudson, if you're watching, are you proud of me? This center houses an extraordinary amount of soul information, often granted to those beings on your earth who have committed to spiritual development and seeking beyond the unknown. When fully functional, the pineal gland is a broadcaster of information, receiver of images, and can access subtle visionary networks, which many of the higher galactics and masters on your earth use to communicate amongst each other. Often, we as Pleiadians use this center, which is slightly different in our physical apparatus, but of the same essence, to telepathically communicate to our friends both in our home planet and with other universal allies such as you, the Hughes. The card of telepathy arrives when your pineal gland either needs to be activated or a message needs to be received via this location. Do not underestimate how powerful this center is, not just spiritually, but to your overall health and well-being, and it's so true. Dedicate time in the now to tune into this sacred instrument and be open to receive any messages. If you're having trouble working with this tool, a cleanse may be necessary to clear toxins from the body. Dedicate time to drinking clean, blessed water, eating organic food, and know that just as this tool can shut off, it can easily open. Claim, I am ready, and know the next step shall be provided. Additional meanings, visions, telepathy, vivid dreams, being guided, and mysticism. Okay, third chakra blockages. If any of you know what that is, look up how to unblock it. Okay, this is what I'm getting from spirit is confusion of some sorts. I feel like someone may be telling you one thing, but then they go and do the other, or they're telling you one thing, but you know that they're lying, but you know, right? You know, but again, I always talk about this. You have no proof. And they're making you second guess yourself. Don't second guess what you know, especially this week. Would I advise calling someone out? No, definitely not. Just continue to know what you know and let them BS you, and eventually the time will come. Don't second guess yourself on anything, not just in those kinds of situations where someone's lying to you. Trust your gut, trust your instinct this week, okay? And make sure that if you do feel, you know, confused about a certain situation, if you pray, pray. If you meditate, meditate. I would definitely recommend, no matter what you believe in, if you're watching this, right, chances are you do believe in things like chakras and meditations and all that kind of stuff. So do a quick meditation to open your third eye. You can do a 10-minute meditation before work in the morning. You know, I do 15 minutes of yoga and then some kind of chakra meditation almost every single day. And the only reason I don't do it every day is because sometimes I just can't with my toddler. But definitely follow your gut, follow your intuition. I'm also getting something a little different. Again, these are general, so take how it resonates. But some of you who chose this card, I feel like there's someone in your life that is expecting you to just intuit what they want or what they need. For instance, you have a boss and, you know, you're supposed to work from 5 to 10 p.m. And when you get there at 4:30 thinking you're early, you're in trouble because you didn't show up at 3. And you're like, what are you talking about? My schedule says 5. And he's like, yeah, but you knew that so-and-so wasn't coming in and you were going to have, you know. And you're like, how did I know I was going to have to cover? Like something like that, you know, like you're expected to intuit what this person wants. Or you buy your girlfriend, you know, concert tickets for her birthday and she gets upset because she wanted a necklace. But she never told you she wanted the necklace, right? Something, people are expecting you to intuit things. I really feel like, again, like with card number 1, you need to make yourself very clear and let the other person know, like, I'm willing to do A, B, and C for you, but you have to make it clear. And I'm not willing to do A, B, and C for you. So again, I feel like these 2 cards are connected a little bit with really using the power of your voice, okay? This card is a little bit more to do with the mind, with the Mercury retrograde. I'm not surprised. Being in your own head, that can really clog, if you will, or block your pineal gland, your third eye chakra. For sure, it can block it. So always being silenced can block your throat chakra, same thing. So I would do some chakra meditations. I would recommend them no matter what, but this week especially, pay very close attention to any intuitive messages that you may be getting. If you chose the 3rd card, you got card number 19, the card of rooted light. Breathe deep into your sacred essence and receive the transmissions of a galactic source into your root chakra. See yourself as a tree of life with its antennas branching out to the universe, but your roots anchoring into the soil of the soul. Become the sacred tree of life that is able to touch the higher galactic planes, but anchored through your daily earth, living via your human self. This is the way of mastery that alters your entire reality. This is the way of rooted light, which facilitates for codes from distant galaxies to enter your plane and intermingle with all subatomic particles in order to completely transform your existence. What we need right now on Earth are not floaters, but trees of light that seed new ideas, visions, and make your planet the Garden of Eden it was intended to be. This card indicates that it is time to activate your mastery. It is time to become the living representative of higher consciousness. The Rooted Light card is a very special card in this deck, only appearing when your full mastery is ready to be shown for the world to see. Now is not a time to play it safe, but understand the temporariness of life and allow for what you know, who you are, and how to act to be fully engaged without doubt, fear, or any lower emotions getting in the way. Step into your divine mastery and show the world who you truly are. This card often comes as a shakeup for the reader that you have been too hard on yourself and the negative self-talk is not supporting your mission. Know for every step of courage you take forward, only then does the universe reveal more of itself. This experience of life wants your mastery, but only you and yourself can walk through the sacred door. Root to your inner light, be the living master, and transform your life to transform all aspects of your reality. Additional meanings: new cycle, wake-up call, mastery rising, time of influence, inner fire rising, emotions fully released, expression, no holding back. Being your authentic self, using your voice, okay? Knowing what you know, following your intuition. The negative self-talk goes right along with negative manifestation, and I've got to find a new way to explain this because I know you guys are like, she says that all the time. But if you wake up in the morning and you say, oh, such a shit day, you just manifested yourself a shit day, and who knows, it could have been amazing, right? I'm sorry, I got a little distracted there. So yeah, this is a card of stepping into your power, of literally taking what you want. And I'm not talking about stealing, obviously. It's a card of taking what you want. It's a card of knowing that you can. It's a card of being a king or a queen, divine royalty. Seriously, the universe is handing you blessings and abundance this week. It's time to take a leap of faith. Take risks. Take risks that are worth it, not dangerous risks or you know, things that are going to hurt you. Obviously, I would never tell you to do that, but take the risk. Okay. I'm also getting randomly spend some time in nature. The root chakra, grounding yourself to the earth. I try to remember to do that at least a couple times a week. You know, it's really important to kind of keep yourself grounded, I don't know, rooted, the root chakra, right? So really take the time to pay attention to any offers or opportunities coming in. As usual, I will tell you, especially with this card, do not fall for any get rich quick schemes. If something seems off, it usually is. You know, if someone's not listening to your ideas or your opinions and still trying to push you, tell them to get lost, sticking to your boundaries. You're going to be getting, and it might not be this week, I feel like you're gearing up for something, planning something. There, a wrench may be thrown in the works. Okay, something may be canceled, or someone backs out of something, like some situation or plan that you have going forward that something comes up and you're not able to achieve it, and you feel like this is part of your divine mission, your divine purpose, or something you've been waiting for really long, and selfishly, you know, you want it to just go forward. But what I'm telling you is it's wrong. The universe is going to put a stop to something that you've been planning, or at least throw a wrench in the works and make it what seems like it's making it, the universe is making this plan a little bit more difficult. But what it actually is taking you in a roundabout way back on the path of your destiny. I feel like some of you who drew this card may have strayed a little bit from your ultimate path. And the way the universe is going to get you back is to kind of F up your plans this week. With Mercury retrograde, I mean, that's happening all over the place anyway, but definitely double check paperwork, you know, do all the typical Mercury retrograde stuff, you know, times 10. If the universe doesn't want something happening, it's not going to happen anyway. So, you know, don't try to fight it. Just know that if plans get canceled this week or changed, or if an opportunity slips through your fingers, it's a part of the divine purpose and the universe's plan. So don't worry too much about it. Just know that the universe got you. And I know that's, you know, so much easier said than done when disappointment sets in, or, you know, anger, frustration, especially if it's a money opportunity, right? Which for some of you, it probably will be. But just know it's going to be okay. You're on to bigger and better things. The universe knows where it wants you, and it's going to put you there. For those of you who did not like feel a connection to cards 1, 2, or 3, here is card number 4, and it is here is the 4th card, and it is card number 5, Mother, Father, Healing. The earth incarnate carries the stories, experiences, and genetics passed down from the experiences of one ancestor to the next. Due to your planet going through such a tumultuous saga in times of past, many earth incarnates have received the work assignments of having to clear many emotions and traumas from the ones that walked before them. Although this can feel like a daunting task, every incarnated human has gone through some element of this process and is often the quote-unquote price of admission for landing on Earth. The end result, however, is an awakened planet where the healed genetics are passed forward to the next generation for full liftoff. With that said, know that all your inner work is sending ripples to the universe, and we, the Pleidian guides, thank you sincerely for your service. When this card has arrived, know that a particular issue in your life has to do with your ancestry. Now is a great time to look deeper into the current situation, specifically towards your mother or father line, and uncover more of your genetic story. Exploring these aspects of yourself and your ancestors will lead to great levels of revelation to remove outdated cash from your life that will shift any turbulence that once hindered your walk. Whichever parent link may come to mind on first thought is probably accurate, and we, your Pleiadian guides, are requesting for you to traverse deep into this exploration, knowing that on the other side of ancestral healing rests an awakened planet of free hues. A secondary meaning of this card could represent that your family is healing, and communication with a family member in this moment will serve your evolution. Additional meanings: ancestor healing, mother-father clearing, coming together, relief, understanding, clarity, family time, and bloodline. I was kind of getting that to begin with from the universe, that this is about making amends with people in your family, not just your mother and father. When it comes to your mother and father specifically, I feel like, you know, we all have past traumas. Nobody's perfect, and therefore nobody's going to be a perfect parent. Maybe now is the time to start mending those fences. If those are things deep inside yourself from childhood that you've never kind of dealt with, then, you know, definitely this week, you know, maybe getting into some shadow work. Shadow work, that was the word I kept trying to think of. Try to get into some shadow work, you know, healing the child within. If you're having health conditions, and this is not going to be for all of you, but at least one of you needs to hear this. You really need to go to the doctor, obviously, and get some history from your mom and your dad, if possible, okay, about grandparents and great-grandparents and great-great-grandparents, whatever, your ancestors, okay, because this could be something genetic. It could be something very simple. I'm also feeling like a lot of you may be feeling like failures in your lives this week. And again, that's just that February, like, icky energy I've been talking about. It's that, you know, retrograde energy. And I feel like maybe look deeper inside to kind of see where that feeling of failure is coming from. Is it coming from being a parent yourself, or is it coming from something that you feel like you aren't good enough for what your parents want you to be? I feel like whatever's ailing you this week has something to do with, like, generational, like something to do with your parents. I would just, if your parents, you know, are alive, if you have contact with your parents, obviously, if you don't speak to your parents or they're deceased, reach out to one or both of your parents and just have a conversation with them. Oh, just popped into my head because I didn't know where I was going with all that. And I'm like, okay, when are you going to tell me? When are you going to tell me? There it is. There is something that I think, there's something that some of you need to know. Reach out, have a conversation with your mom and or dad. And I feel like they're going to either come clean with you about something or, you know, tell you something you've been waiting to hear. I feel like it's really going to affect you emotionally, like, and bring you to such a more positive place to have that contact with your parents. If your parents are not around or you don't know your parents, then your parental figures, aunts, uncles, reach out to your siblings. Your close, like, bloodline, intimate family members are going to be able to lift you up this week. And if you need to make amends with any of them, accept or offer forgiveness to any of them, this is the week to do that as well. If you believe in, you know, reaching out in psychics and mediums and reaching out to deceased loved ones, I would be looking for grandparents, great-grandparents, and your parents if they are no longer on this realm, on this plane. Reach out to them, talk to them, call on them, okay? And then pay attention to your dreams. And if you do it during meditation, pay attention to things that pop into your head. Guys, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for viewing this video. I'm hoping to have MoonBearOracle with the monthly for each sign up and running next week. And as soon as I start putting those out, I'm going to put the weekly 3-card on that channel as well. So please go on over and subscribe. I'm going to try to put the link in the description box, but I've been having trouble doing that. If you're on my Facebook, I pinned it to my Facebook, so you'll be able to find it that way. Don't forget, Wednesday nights, I do free Oracle readings, 1 card, first come, first serve, from 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time to 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Saturday and Sunday nights on Spaced Out Radio, 11 p.m. Eastern Time to 2 a.m. Eastern Time. We own the night after-hour show with Gemma Jade, Big Willie Townsend, and John Hudson. It's amazing. It's a great time. And Friday nights from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern, I'm on Paranormal Chop Shop with my Stunny Bear, Chad Smith, Jake Smith, and whoever else would wander in. It's a really great time all around. So many things coming up, guys, as you know. I have so much to say, but I'm going to save it for a chit chat video. I'm going to keep this video not monetized, like no ads, for a week or two after I first run it. And then I've been going back and putting the monetization on for anyone who wants to go and check it out afterwards. But for the first week, at least, it will be not monetized. I accidentally monetized one. I think it was last week or the week before, and people were upset. I didn't, sometimes it's just like habit. So I'm trying to get back to my 2 video a week schedule. But like I said, the month of January is going to be really hectic. So hopefully I'm able to do that. Hopefully I'll see you guys Wednesday night. Thank you all so much for all of the beautiful, amazing gifts I've been receiving in general since, you know, I put the wish list up and beforehand, but this week and last week especially, it's like, oh my gosh. So I'm probably going to do a separate video just on that. I love you guys so much. Be kind to each other. It doesn't cost anything. Be kind to yourselves. Accept nothing less than others being kind to you as well. Always go in grace, smile at a stranger, and I will see you next time.